morning, everybody. Thank you for coming out to our celebration. Great time. We've got, as usual, a massive amount of wonderful things that have been going on at South Dartmoor this week. And we have some truly fantastic things to celebrate as a college this week. I'm going to start, as I think is traditional, with all the sports accolades today. And we've got three particular things we're going to have a look at today, followed by a couple of really, really large things. So, first of all, I'm going to talk to you a little bit about the South Dartmoor Academy and their amazing success this week when they were playing Birmingham City today. So South Dartmoor did take a while to settle with Birmingham dominant in retaining the ball, but the boys were resilient and showed good discipline in team defending to deny scoring opportunity for the home team. As confidence grew, South Dartmoor moved the ball well from the back and through midfield and built some attacks, and Nathan Trott pressed the Blues back four really well and was rewarded when he eventually dispossessed the keeper and slotted the ball home to give South Dartmoor the lead away at Championship Birmingham City's Academy. This gave the SDCC lads a real belief, and after some excellent play, Christian Fleet glided the ball through the keeper to give Dartmoor an amazing 2-0 lead. Dartmoor continued to create chances, eventually were caught on the counter-attack, and Birmingham City clawed it back to 2-1. However, showing amazing character, South Dartmoor proved impossible to break down in the second half, seeing out the game to earn a memorable 2-1 victory. It's an amazing start for the new football academy with a great end to 2013. So the following people involved in that activity, I'm going to have to scroll back up. Matt Bojar, Alfie Newman, Sam Lodge, Pat Hicks, Tom Hooper, Sam Harris, Christian Fleet, Will Christopher, Matt Churchill, Liam Payne, Nathan Trott, Jake Sampson, Ollie Fitterborn, if you'd like to stand up and receive the accolades of all of us. We'll come back to the academy shortly. We'll now have a look at the under-14 boys South Devon futsal finals. The boys came second in their group, securing a place in the county finals in March through good performance from an inexperienced team, a couple of whom had never played futsal before the competition. Some really positive signs, including amazing goalkeeping displays from Sean Clark, solid defending from George Pittman, good ball work from Tom Golding. The team know that despite good success, they'll have to train really, really hard for county finals, so that's a major step up in the competition. So congratulations to Tom Golding, Ashley Causey, George Pittman, Christy Adsley, Sam Barnes, Matt Hemstock and Sean Clark. If you'd like to stand. And there are also in sport Netball Leaders Award qualification. 16 students from 5 different secondary schools within the school's partnership attended a day's training to attend the Youth Netball Umpires Award. South Dartmoor was represented by 5 students who took part in a gruelling 10-hour course requiring the students to have plenty of practice under the guidance of an experienced tutor. They were lucky to enlist the skills of Julia Harvey, who is a top local umpire, and they worked with Julia in the morning to brush up their knowledge of rules, communication, movement skills, and in the afternoon they had to practice their skills in a primary tournament. Students will also need to now do some additional hours in schools and clubs to gain the required hours. However, there are certificates to hand out to the following people, again just going up to top: Emily Hunter, Natasha Smith, Jazz Dorr, Alice Crocker and Robin Elliott Ogden. If you could stand and I'll get your certificates to you. Fantastic. I'm going to sort of jump straight into obviously one of our big headline celebrations for this week. And obviously for those of you that have missed the news somehow, with Pete Kensington going around the place and all the new outfits and so on, obviously one of our major celebrations this week is the signing of a contract with Chelsea Foundation. That's an absolutely incredible achievement for our academy. Obviously there's been a massive amount of work put into that bid over a huge amount of times, and I know that Chris and Colin have been backwards and forwards to different clubs, different negotiations, had to refill in forms, then they had to go up to London and sign contracts and so on. It truly is a quite incredible achievement for this college to have this link with Chelsea Football Club, and we'll obviously bring in a whole package of amazing things for the whole college as well as for football, obviously at this particular college. I know that the year 11s who are making decisions about where they go to sixth form to do football are really in a quandary now as to whether they're going to stay here and be a part of this new amazing venture or go and do the Exeter City thing. Of course, we're going to work very hard at making sure they're our beacons, as it were, for the next few years. But we would like to thank publicly Colin and Chris for all the work that they've been doing. If you'd like to come forward with a little something for both of you. Finally, then in PE, PE just happened to be the department that came out, actually appropriately maybe this week, for the Learning Environment Award. So we moved from English last week to PE this week, and just collectively I think they've done a massive amount of work, particularly their response to PE1, which about a couple of weeks ago was labelled as one of the worst rooms in the college for learning environment, has now suddenly become a much better, vibrant space and so on. But actually the whole PE area is really fantastic. So if Kate, if you'd like to come up and get some things for that. Right, moving on to other activities then. Richard's going to do take 2 this week regarding a computing day from last term.
Right, yes, take 2. Back in October, we had a day where lots of students participated. It was called the BIMA D-Day, and many students across the country and loads of schools took part, run by the British Interactive Media Association. It was organised in school by Mr Kerr and Miss Buckler. We also had a member of business come in from a company called eStrategy Limited. A gentleman called Paul Rose came in and worked with the students all day, and they were working on things like social media campaigns, digital media, app design, all these kind of things. And part of the day was to create a video that was entered in a national competition, and our students actually created one of the winning videos, and this video was shown at the BIMA Media Industry Awards ceremony that evening, and John Coleshaw, the famous impersonator, was the presenter and obviously showed the video to all these really significant people in the digital media industry. So if we could have the following students to come up and collect their certificates, please. We've got Megan. A round of applause for Megan. Sarah. Olivia. Lockie. And Abigail. And you can see this video on our YouTube channel. It's youtube.com/South Dartmoor Devon. Okay, thank you.
Okay. Muzz has some amazing news to share with us now with regards to our international links.
Morning, everybody. I'm sure you recall that display with the Diwali work that we did with the Year 7s, and we had a link going and developing with a school in India, and as a result of that sort of work and link, I put in a bid to the British Council for Connecting Classrooms grant application, and last week I had an email to say that our grant had been successful and that we've been awarded £3,000 to develop that link, which means that we'll be able to invite the teacher and the principal from our partner school in India to come. Hopefully they're looking to come around the end of June, early July, to spend a week or so with us as well. And half the money also goes for us, subject to further discussion with Mr Bellamy. It may also mean that somebody from this college also could go out to our partner school in India to further enhance and develop our partnership on the Indian connection learning that we've been doing. So I just wanted to share that with you today.
Well done, Mike. And finally, it's always a great pleasure to actually welcome up students for doing outstandingly well in lessons. And Mr Woodward, James here, is going to talk about some of the amazing work that's going on in the Learning Enrichment Centre.
Okay, I'll just I've invited some of our students from Year 9, and it was meant to be a Year 8 student as well, but unfortunately he's poorly today, so he's not with us. And they've come up to share some of the work that they've been doing. They've worked incredibly hard. They've worked so hard on their reading and also on their writing as well, and they've made such progress. Some of these students, their reading levels have shot up. They're making over 12 months, 14 months progress within their reading, so absolutely exceptional. And that's really down to their hard work and their commitment to improve. Last term, our focus for our writing was an animation called The Piano, a beautiful animation about an old man playing the piano and memories sort of come to him as he's playing. And that was our focus, and the boys and the girls that were in the Learning Enrichment Centre worked on creating a story behind that animation. And they're going to come up and share their work with you. What was so pleasing for me was to see what you would class as sort of roughy, tufty, sort of football, rugby playing boys, and some of the girls as well, really focusing on the language. And I heard some of them saying to each other, "You can't use that word, it's not beautiful enough, it's not a beautiful enough word, we need real quality words." And they're being so strict with each other about trying to make it the best piece of work it possibly could be. So what we've done is they each wrote their own, but we've amalgamated it, joined it together, so they're going to work together to create one piece of work for you to listen to. So I'll pass it over to the boys. They'll introduce themselves. Jamie's got it all set up. All right.
The Piano by Sam Steer, Jamie Zab, Anne French, Jackie Brook. Ben Lake and Elliot Curtis isn't going to be here today, so Taylor Cox is filling in. The heartbroken old man played the piano. With every touch, each key let out a heartbreaking melody. The music flowed in the air like it was meant to be there. Like a magnet, his hands were drawn to the keyboard. Keys were like memories. Each one he pressed, something beautiful came out.
Mournful music brought memories of his deeply loved wife.
As he played, she slowly appeared and gently sat down beside his worn-out body. With his harmony playing, she transcribed his melody. With her tender lips, she gave him a soft kiss.
Happiness filled the missing part of his heart.
He closed his eyes and thought of happy memories of when they were together. Then she faded.
As she left him for the second time, sadness came over him. The music started to get louder and quicker, which brought the memories of the war. His fingers started to play faster.
Standing behind the wall, bullets shooting in every direction, his best friend jumped out.
3 shots were fired.
A single bullet compounded into his soft, innocent heart.
The old man grabbed his comrade, touching him on the shoulder gently. With a smile, he closed his eyes.
A smile spread across his face as he remembered when he was young and happy. He recalled a time when he was given a hobby horse for his birthday.
After years of fun, he gave his hobby horse to his grandson, wishing and hoping that he would have as much pleasure as he had done.
Excitedly, his grandson leaped onto the piano seat, and without conversing, they played as one. The loneliness evaporated into sparks of love.
The joyful music flowed between their fingertips and struck their hearts.
Thank you very much. What a wonderful way to go into a weekend. Hope you have a really good weekend and enjoyable next week. Thank you very much.